Hello and welcome back to Tits, Tums and All Things Mum. Before I get started with today's episode, I just want to let you know something very exciting, and that is that Tits on Tour 2026 is officially booked. So if you head to Tits, Tums and All Things Mum on Instagram, click the little link in the bio, you can sign up to our newsletter and be the first to hear when tickets go on sale, which is very, very exciting. But today's episode, I've got the lovely Roxy here to talk about decluttering. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much. I brought my mugs with me.
I love it. We're going to later talk about why you've got a load of random mismatched mugs here, because right now, without context, it's like, why is there a load of mugs there? We're going to talk about that later. Could you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
Sure, yeah. So I'm Roxy. I run a company called Roxify, and I have been a professional declutterer for 5 years.
What a job, what a job.
I know, and it is a really cool and very still random job that people, when they meet me, either go, a what? Or they go, like the TV show.
Yeah.
They get really excited and have 1,000,001 questions for me. So basically just help people to sort and organise their homes, to sell things for them, donate stuff, help them sell stuff, and basically get things out of their homes, but in the right way.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do you actually do the selling?
I do it in people's homes, while I'm there, I do selling for them. Yeah, and some stuff can sell for quite a lot. And I'll be honest, if it's not going to sell for a lot and you're paying me, I'll just say don't spend your time paying me when something's only going to sell for a fiver.
Because I always get myself like a Vinted pile and then I never bloody put it on Vinted.
You and hundreds of other women.
Because I just love the time and, you know. So, I just love that this is a job for you, and so many people out there need you in their homes. But how do we actually get the time to do it? It's so difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. It is difficult. And there's a few things I think are kind of really imperative to decluttering. It has to be kind of almost weekly, really. I have a bag in my garage that's off to the charity shop. So anything that I come across along the way, like yesterday, my son and I did his art stuff. And we grabbed some bits out of there that were good enough for the charity shop. I pop them in the bag and leave it in the garage. So kind of a donation point is important to have, because it's something, my home's really tidy and I like it tidy because it really helps with my anxiety, but it's doing it often. Getting kids involved.
Yeah. Oh,
God. We were talking about this. Getting the other half involved. We've changed. Life has changed. Women are working.
Can we broadcast that to every man out there ever?
Absolutely.
Life has changed. You can get involved in the decluttering as well.
It's really important to just keeping the house tidy. You know, women are busy now, whether they're working or not working. Life is really full on. You know, even when your kids start school, and you probably found this, the WhatsApp groups and the platforms. The emails.
I need to, the emails need to be a full-time job. I need a PA to answer those school emails. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And actually, funnily enough, I have been having these chats with my husband about picking up a bit more of the slack. And he went into the office the other day and got his email added to the email list and has started to receive them. He's not doing anything with them yet, but he's seeing just how much I've done for 4 years because it's relentless, those emails. And just him seeing and being able to recognise how much I've done this whole time, I'm like, told you so.
Yeah. I think I've just been sitting at home drinking tea.
Yeah, no,
it is exactly. A lot. And I think it's spreading that mental load with your family. You know, I talk a lot about in our family that we are a family. Yeah. We all live here together. So everybody has to do things. Yeah. And no, not everybody likes putting away their washing every single day. But that is life, you know, we just have to. It's about getting the kids on board, getting, you know, your husband on board. Yeah. My husband's on a few of the WhatsApp groups and a few email lists. Actually, I've come off them now. Oh, amazing. So it's his bag, which in the beginning, that control thing, I think maybe that's a woman. Yeah, I like having that control because then I know it's done and it's done properly. Right. Yeah. But he's been doing a super fine job. You know, he's very capable of doing it.
I think they just need the practice because they're so used to us doing all the things. Yeah. They don't actually know how to. And once you kind of relinquish a bit more of that control and let them start doing it, they get the hang of it. It's like packed lunches. My husband had never made packed lunches, and then I started getting him to do them, but he was doing them wrong. And my daughter made sure he knew that. He was putting the wrong things in there and all of this stuff, but now he knows how to do it, so he does it. But
it's a learning curve, isn't it? I think for everybody to just say, it's about having these open, honest communication and not it being a nagging situation, but just a right, these are the things that I feel like you can take hold of.
Yeah.
Would you mind taking over these things, whatever these things may be in your house? Like my husband now does the shopping list every week and he chooses the food. And he was like, oh, I'm happy to do that. And once he started it, he's still happy to do it because he knows he's helping. But he's realised how long it takes. It takes about an hour to choose the food because we've got vegetarian in our house and one who doesn't like vegetarian food.
Oh, that's awkward.
So it is awkward. And also when he writes the list, he knows I like it in the order of the supermarket. Yeah. I'm not trying to be picky. It just makes my life easier to go around Aldi having it all in order. So it takes about an hour. So when he started, he went, I had no idea. I didn't appreciate how long this took. And actually how much of inconvenience almost it is to have one child that's vegetarian and one that's meat eater, that you can't just pick a food that's going to be, or can't pick a lasagna because my vegetarian son can't eat that. So it's and the kids, getting the kids involved is really important. I could bang on about this for years.
I love it.
Kids involved, I think it's really important.
My problem with getting the kids involved is my daughter is a massive hoarder. Like she would, if I let her, keep every single pair of school shoes that she's ever owned.
Oh, bless her.
Even once they're scuffed and too small and ruined. She's just a massive hoarder, and it's trying to get her to like let go of those things. I usually have to do it when she's at school because if they're gone, she wouldn't remember that they're gone. But if she saw me throwing them out, she would throw a massive tizzy
and get upset about it. I meet lots of parents with their children like that, and they get me in. And I always say to parents, actually, the kids have to be involved in some way, that they're not necessarily there. Sometimes they are, actually. But they have to have some control over it. Otherwise, they won't actually be able to use their decluttering muscle, if you like, and get better at it. They'll just keep hoarding and hoarding and hoarding, and we just keep,
that's my daughter.
No disrespect, throwing away. So they're not actually learning anything. So you have to kind of get them involved. But I think once you've sorted out and decluttered a space, what I tend to do with parents is I have a box of maybe stuff. And before I go in, I'll say to them, I want you to ask your child their 4 or 5 most important, non-negotiable things that cannot leave this house under any circumstance. What are those things they are playing with and they love? Those are a stay. And then we're organising other things. Some are going to charity shop that are really too young. And then we'll leave them a box of things that are maybes. Just put it to one side. They'll come into the space. 100% the kids are excited, and most parents send me videos. It's really sweet and go, my daughter's so excited for her new space, and actually it's just her stuff. It's like me probably going into maybe your wardrobe. I don't know. And going through your wardrobe and just picking out all the things that you actually wear. And then you'd go into your wardrobe and go, how easy is this?
See, I'm actually very good at decluttering. I'm probably a bit too good at decluttering because, like, when people aren't looking, I'm like, oh, he hasn't worn that in a while. Just chuck that away. Hasn't worn that. Or like the Vinted bag. My husband had a Vinted bag sitting in our corner of our bedroom for about a year, and he didn't put it on Vinted, so I put it in the Humana bin because I was like, no, I don't. Like, enough's enough. I'm not going to have this stuff cluttering my house. And I said to you earlier, I did my mug cupboard the other day because I was inspired by you. And like the food cupboard, going through getting stuff that has like run out of date or is no good or whatever. I'm quite good at doing that, but I feel like I'm doing it for everyone else as well because they're absolutely rubbish at doing it. So it's getting them to do it and also getting the time to do it, isn't it?
It is. It's a constant, you know, having a tidy house, and it's tidy within the realms of a normal house. You know, on Instagram it makes you believe that no one hangs out their washing, or no one plays.
Well, I did a post
toys
on this last night about my house. I got so much hate about my house because I've got like an error with washing on it, and because I had a couple of dishes left on my kitchen side, I got called lazy. I was like, no, I'm a mum that's busy, that works 4 jobs, has 2 children, and I mean, even if I didn't work 4 jobs, life is bloody busy.
It is busy,
and the kids are having fun, they're happy, they're healthy. It doesn't matter that there's washing hanging. And so I decided to post more of my house just to piss them off even more.
I've got to go on that and just stand up for you with that, because that is real life. And when I'm going into people's homes, I'm all about practical and functional. You know, there's plenty of declutterers and organisers that are making things look really beautiful and Instagram worthy, and there's a place for that. You know, I do believe there is a place for that. But for my clients, it's practical and functional. Not all the boxes always match. You know, cardboard boxes, I just reuse what we already have. Like, we just use what we have and keep any boxes before I come. And then if you want to upgrade it with something better that's more expensive, that fits the space, do it. But don't don't ever do that the other way around. People get really excited about storage.
I love storage.
Yeah, or going to IKEA, like, oh, look at all this, and this is so perfect, this is so beautiful.
I've got a custom-made IKEA unit in my living room, and it is the best thing in the world because you can just chuck everything in there, and it's just, and shut the doors, and it's all sorted. Although if you opened it, you'd probably have a heart attack.
Do I need to come over?
No, every now and again, I do like organise it into all the different boxes, but then the kids will pull it out and mix it all up again, and I'm like, oh God, I'm not doing it again. No. So it is an absolute state right now because it's well overdue a little
blitz. So it's a reset. This is this is something that I do for clients that I go back again and again and again. There's one client I've worked with from the beginning for 5 years. Yeah. I do little resets for her probably every 6 months. Yeah. And we'll go and just basically tickle the corners. Yeah. Yeah. Because when most people declutter, they just tickle the corners. Yeah. Whereas I go in, it is everything out. I mean, it literally looks like a bomb's gone off and people start freaking out.
That's my favourite sort of declutter though.
It's just everything, literally everything out. Yeah. And then we'll go back to the bones, clean it all out, start again.
Love it. But how do we not feel bad about ourselves when we don't have the time to declutter? Or like me right now with those toy cupboards, I haven't organised that for 6 months. How do we then not feel that guilt about not doing that when you look at social media and see these perfect homes with labelled boxes and everything?
I just think it's what your priorities are at the time, aren't they? Yeah. I've worked with lots of clients who had some really big stuff going on, really, really big stuff. And their homes have been like it for years. And I just think in the scheme of things, does that matter at that time? Yeah. And if it doesn't, it's not your priority. You've got to let it go, haven't you? You have to prioritise what's important at the time for your family. Yeah. And clutter for some people is all consuming. And for other people, it's just a bit of mess here. Yeah. And then I've got plenty of friends who have messy houses. I don't care. Yeah. Yeah. And they know I don't care. Yeah. And in some ways it's good because they'll invite me around for a cup of tea and they go, what can I do with this? And I'll go, do you want me to do it? Would you mind? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it for you. Love it. But it doesn't, and even to me as a professional declutterer, I do like to keep a tidy home. It doesn't matter when I go into other people's homes. So I think it's breaking down that kind of shame and guilt and embarrassment of clutter. Yeah. For some people it matters a lot and it's impacting their mental health a lot. And for some people, it's just, I've got to let it go at the moment.
It gives me such bad anxiety when my house is a mess. What is it they say, tidy home, tidy mind or something?
I should know. I've got this on my Instagram. Yeah. Tidy mind, tidy home, tidy mind. I don't even know.
Something like that. But yeah, that's exactly how I feel. If my home's a mess, my brain feels like it's a mess. But nobody else in my house. I think my daughter probably does, but she doesn't recognise that yet. But my husband definitely doesn't feel it. He can walk past piles of clutter and it just doesn't even register in his brain as clutter. It's just something that's there and that's just how it is. So, but it really affects me and I can imagine it affects a lot of people out there as well.
Hugely. For some people it's a real problem they've been living in for 20 years. For some people it's built up over a year when they've lost someone and they've just gone through that stage of grieving. I've worked recently with a couple of women who've lost their husbands. And that's their clutter was not a priority, sorting out their stuff or even going through to sort out, their husband stuff was not a priority until it comes to a point where I go, actually, do you know what? Yeah. I can't move on until this stuff is sorted out. And for lots of people, it's almost like a rebirth. Yeah. It's a type of therapy. I'm not trained with the brain at all. I'm trained with the stuff. But the stuff is kind of secondary in my job. It's really interesting how people have said that it's this relationship that you build with someone that they feel they can trust you with going through their personal belongings. Yeah. I'm a stranger to them. Yeah. So when you walk into someone's house and they've had a video call with you and then they're ripping off that Band-Aid to go, I'm really nervous today. It's totally normal. We'll have a cup of tea. Yeah. This is my plan. How do you feel about it? This is what I'm thinking we'll do from what we talked about. It's a huge, huge step. And I never, never underestimate this stage that most people have got to before they call me in. Yeah. That guilt and that shame and that overwhelm is absolutely massive. But once we get started and you start warming up and that ball starts rolling, it's just amazing what happens. Not only with their stuff, but just how they feel. They feel freed and excited, and just they can live in the house and be happy in it.
Yeah.
Which we should all be able to do, shouldn't we? Whether it be clean, tidy, modern, not modern, new kitchen, whatever.
Yeah.
20 kids running around, no kids, whatever. Everyone should feel comfortable and it should be their sanctuary.
Yeah, definitely. And I suppose in terms of priorities, like thinking of my audience, they're all mums. So your priority when you've got young kids is your kids. So there's a good 5 years when you have a child where decluttering is not going to be a priority. So it will build up over that time. How do we kind of create pockets of time when we have got young children to make sure that after those 5 years have passed, it's not such a big, overwhelming job?
I'm going to spin that question a little bit, if you don't mind, in regards to over that time that kids are young, they need to be involved. So what people forget is most nurseries or school placements or childcare will have some sort of system where the children are responsible for putting away their things. From a very young age, they will be part of that in a nursery setting. And I think people often forget that, how capable kids are at a young age.
It's funny how they can do it at nursery, but they can't bloody do it at home.
But that's the boundaries, isn't it, as well? In a nursery setting, they arrive and that is part of what everybody does. And everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
So, and everybody's taught that that's what we need to do in this setting. Everybody is part of it. So from a very young age, I gave my kids responsibility of helping them to tidy up. But how I did that is maybe different to other parents. Rather than just going, you need to tidy that away, I took the time to show them how to do it. So we used to use Alexa.
Oh, yeah.
Saying that word is probably going to set everybody's Alexas off now.
We did that. We had a tidy up song.
Yeah, there's a tidy up song on there.
Yeah.
And there's actually...
I love that song.
And it's really great. It's about 2 minutes long. There's loads of them on there.
And it gets faster and faster.
Yes, it does.
So that when it's towards the end, they're like, trying to tidy up.
Yeah. So everyone, you'd almost take it like a game. That, what do you want to do? I'm going to do the Lego. I'm going to do the Duplo. I'll do the Brio. I'm going to put the puzzles away. Right. 3, 2, 1. Alexa, play tidy up song.
Yeah.
And now everyone's
got the tidy up song playing.
Tidy up song playing.
Yeah.
And then it was like a game of, right, let's blitz this. We've got 2 minutes. At a time, it's the right time to do it. For us, it was always just before dinner was being served.
Yeah.
And then the toys went away.
Yeah.
It's also the volume of toys. If you have way too many toys and they're getting way too much out, this is going to take a long time to do.
Yeah.
So that's where decluttering can be really good, to just have really what they need, what they use, what they really want to play with.
Yeah.
So I actually think it's really important for the kids to get involved. This is a life skill for children. This is important that they know they are part of this household and what they are doing, we are grateful of them doing, and we thank them for helping to tidy up and just to build their independence. And I don't know, I just think it's really important that they get on board with tidying up. So I think in that period of time, getting them on board will also mean when they're getting older, like my 10-year-old and 13-year-old, I do nothing in the morning now but make breakfast. I love making a decent breakfast for the kids, and that's all I do. Their clothes are out the night before so that they know they're there and ready. It really annoys them because they're like, it's in the wardrobe. I don't care.
Yeah.
Get them out so they know they're ready. Yeah. Their lunchboxes are made. They help with the lunchboxes as well. Their book bags are done. Their water's already done. I do nothing. They do all of it. And this has been going on for years. So it can happen. But these are slow little bits. You can't just expect your kids to just go all of a sudden, right, everyone's going to help. Right, I want you all to tidy up.
Yeah.
You've got to kind of break that down into small things.
Yeah. God, I know what I'm going to be doing with my kids then going forward.
And it's doable.
Because it's really the pre-Christmas declutter now as well. We've got to go through, because there is no space for more toys.
Yeah, you need some wiggle room.
So we need to get rid of some stuff, donate some stuff, and throw some stuff out. Oh, did you spill?
I spilled. It's going to happen.
Don't worry. That's what cleavages are for.
Indeed, it's gone straight down, actually.
But yeah, I've got to do that Christmas declutter. I'm not going to lie, I'm dreading it because suddenly every toy is now their favourite toy.
Yeah.
And they're ones that they haven't played with in forever. They're like, oh yeah, I forgot I had that. It's now my favourite toy. But we're just going to have to say, if you want new toys for Christmas, you need to donate some of the other ones to other people to make space for it. So
and they can also be sold. I sell quite a lot of. They don't sell as well, I'm finding now. Since COVID, I have to say.
Yeah.
It's all wet on my teeth. Lovely. But, you know, with my kids' toys, I do still sell quite a lot of their toys. And for us, the money gets broken down the middle, so both the kids. Because otherwise what happens, of course, is one will part with one and one won't.
Yeah.
So when they start getting some money out of it, even if that be £2 or £3, they are really happy.
Yeah.
They've got £3 each. They're great.
Yeah, I love
so we
that.
do try to sell some of the toys if we can. Again, it depends what else is going on. If there's too much going on, I'm not selling stuff.
I love a car boot sale because I don't have the time. I don't have the time to keep uploading stuff on Vinted or to have people mess me around on Facebook Marketplace like, is this available? And then not bloody turning up. So I love a quarterly car boot sale. Just take absolutely everything. And then what I do at the end is like an hour before the end, I reduce the price of everything. And then at the very end, I say free, help yourself. Lovely. And all of the other car boot sellers who buy and sell stuff will just come and grab everything. And then I don't take anything home. That's
a lovely idea.
And every 3 months or so, I do that. And it's a quick one day done.
That's a great idea.
I usually make a couple of £100 and it's a bonus.
And it's a good way of doing it all in one lump, you could say. Because
you don't have
it depends what you've got going on in your lives, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know, but then when I'm selling stuff, I'm doing 2 bits a week. I haven't got a big pile of, that's what happens. People let this big pile build up and then it feels, oh geez, I've not got the time to do that.
Yeah.
But that's another good idea of doing it. Or talk about why charity shops are important to your children. Like,
most of the charity shops near me won't take stuff anymore.
Oh, they're getting overcrowded.
Yeah.
I have to say, my local one, I've had to cut down what I'm taking. Yeah. And I have a company that come collect it called I Collect Clothes. There's another one called Anglo Collections.
Oh, okay.
And they collect stuff in my home for free, actually.
Do they collect toys?
Yes, they do collect.
There we go, sorted.
Yeah, they do collect toys.
Yeah.
They're a really nice idea. Or giving stuff away for free. I give stuff away for free on
But even Facebook Marketplace, even free stuff, they tend to mess you around. They'll be like, oh, I'm coming at this time, and then they don't arrive, and it's just a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah,
I'd rather just donate it and it's gone. Yeah,
so
I
do know what you mean.
Yeah,
I think. But what you're saying about toys as well coming in, if you're going to be writing a Christmas list, there's no room for these toys.
No,
so Father Christmas isn't going to be able to bring you the toys if there's no space for the toys to go. So you need to just have that conversation again. Right? You're writing a Christmas list, and I think it's really exciting. You'd like some lovely new toys, and I'd love you to have some new stuff. Yeah. So we need to make some room for that.
Yeah.
And asking people also for things other than physical gifts.
I wish I could. I could.
There's a way around it.
They want them to have like a physical thing to open, and they buy the most massive, ridiculous things, and I'm grateful for them, but they don't fit in my house. No. My house is teeny tiny. I'm like, oh God, where am I going to put that? So I'm grateful for it, but I think they just don't look at like the bigger picture of where on earth I'm going to store this. So I might just say, if you're buying big things, you may store it at your house.
Yeah, that's another good idea. Actually, keep it at Nanny and Granddad's house. But experiences can be gift in a way you give a gift. Yeah. I talked about, I will do another post on this about like giving ice skating vouchers with a new hat, scarf and glove sets. There's something to physically open. Yeah. My sister gave the boys cinema vouchers for the Everyman cinema, which I wouldn't take them to. Yeah. Because it's too expensive. Posh one and expensive. But she also gifted it with popcorn and
that's a good idea.
Chocolates and sweets and tied it up with it. So they had something to physically open. Yeah. You know, or a treasure hunt. We always do a treasure hunt with the kids.
That's good for older kids, isn't it? Because they understand, okay, this isn't a gift for now, but we will be doing that in the future. Whereas younger kids, they're like, oh, I haven't got anything to play with, you know?
Yeah, I suppose you are right. I kind of forget. My kids are older now. Yeah, yeah. So I see what you mean. So I suppose it's downsizing what you're...
Oh, definitely.
I mean, some girls, though, when they're little, love clothes, don't they?
Oh, my daughter's in her clothes era now, so I don't mind that. But, like, my son is still in his massive Hot Wheels track era.
They're big.
We've got the ultimate garage, which is literally like... It's like 6 foot wide. And I'm like, where am I going to put this thing? I'm going to be donating that, I think, this year, because I've had enough of it taking up my whole house. But yeah, it's time to do the Christmas declutter, and hopefully everyone can make the time out there to do that, because it does make a difference on Christmas Day.
It does.
When you've got a bit of space to put stuff away.
It does.
Amazing. So we are going to head on to our show and tell segment now. Okay, so we have lots of mugs on the table.
We do.
Now, you inspired me with your mug post, because I saw your post about people having a gazillion mugs, and it's so true. And as I read that post, I thought about my mug cupboard, and I was like, oh my God, why have I'd never even clicked in my head how ridiculous it is that I had like 40 mugs.
Did you?
When do you have 40 people over your house?
I mean, I've never have actually. Maybe I haven't got enough friends.
No, but like you have maybe 5 max people drinking tea at any one time. Why on earth do I need this many mugs? And I looked through my mug cupboard and I was like, oh my God, there's mugs from holidays from like 10 years ago. There's like some of them were sentimental. They had pictures of my kids on, stuff like that. So I kept those ones. But some of them I just thought, why on earth have I got this mug, and just got rid of it. So that is why we have lots of mugs on the table today. And you're going to tell us about that.
I do. And I feel like I've almost insulted you by bringing my favourite mug with me.
I know. Like you not drunk out of my tip mug. This is one mug that I will never ever throw away because it's my favourite. I love it. There's nothing better than a tip mug.
I just bought this because I thought, well, if I'm drinking out of it on camera, then people would know that it is my favourite mug.
Yeah.
But people do have you have a favourite mug.
That's my tip mug, yeah. Although I don't have a tip mug at home because my children would be like, what on earth is that?
What is that, Mummy?
What is that?
Plus, I feel like her nipples would get a bit chipped.
Well, I tend to, when I'm drinking, I tend to play with the nipples a little bit. But I do have a favourite mug at home because it just holds the right amount of tea and it's just my favourite mug. So
and everyone has a different favourite mug. And it's interesting, but most people's favourite mug has nothing to do with how it looks.
No.
Yours is for this one, I understand. Yeah. I can understand why, because it's your branding. But most people have a mug because of actually the weight, the size, the lip.
Yeah.
It's really interesting why people have their favourite mugs. So I bought a collection of mugs, and they're not actually all mine because I don't have mugs that I don't need. We did our mug cupboard the other day.
Yeah.
So this one and this one is my favourite too. And actually this all came from a networking meeting. I was a guest speaker.
Yeah.
And we were talking about mugs, and I kind of went a bit crazy on it, and everyone was just on board going, oh my God, why have we never thought about our mugs before?
Yeah.
So this is my second favourite for that reason.
Yeah.
People have mugs of all different sizes.
Yeah.
And you look at this, and this is a love-hate, isn't it?
See, I have loads of those where people have bought them as gifts, but I can't drink out of them.
They're too big.
They're too big.
Yeah.
So we got rid of them the other day, even though they were sentimental because they'd been bought as gifts from people. But I was like, is that a reason to keep it? It doesn't bring me joy. I don't use it. I'm not going to keep it. So we got rid of it.
No, you're right. And it is going through to look,
even
the
this
kiddie's mug.
This is massive. Like I couldn't drink
out
of it. I'm like a kind of this size mug girl.
Yeah.
So I kept them.
And it's interesting how I think mugs are a bit like books. They're layers of your life.
Yeah, they are.
It's really interesting, isn't it, with mugs that, this is, my kids used to drink out of this when they were little.
Cute, yeah.
So this is actually my mother-in-law's mug.
Oh.
But of course, when your kids get too big for this, what are you keeping it for?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you had an espresso, but then would you choose a kids mug for an espresso?
Yeah.
Freebie mugs. Yeah. Mugs from companies you used to work at.
Yeah, I had loads of freebie mugs from holidays. You know when you go on holiday and there's a mug with like sweets in as like a welcome gift or whatever. I had loads of them and I was like, why have I kept these? I have no idea. And because my mug cupboard is at the top, the ones at the back I never saw anyway, so I forgot that they were even there. But now I've moved them down and I can see all my mugs. So
and use them.
Yeah, and use them.
And mugs that kids make is another one that people really struggle to get rid of.
Yeah, I mean, I have kept those ones, but only because my husband is a hoarder. And he was like, no, I can't get rid of it because she made that for me. I was like, okay, whatever.
I'm always of understand. It's about speaking to people about why they're keeping it.
Yeah.
And understanding why they're keeping it. But my son made this one last year before, I think.
Yeah.
And while we were doing the mugs, I said, well, do you still want to keep this one? He went, oh no. Oh no. He went, God no. He said, you can't even read what's on it anymore. And I said, well, it's got your name on the bottom. I can read that.
Yeah.
And he said, oh, I don't really want it anymore.
Yeah.
He said, can we get rid of it? And I said, I'm going to keep it actually for a moment.
Yeah.
But it's just going through and thinking, well, actually, why do I have them? What do I like? You need some for guests, of course.
Yeah.
But most guests probably aren't going to want.
No. They want the standard mug size as well. Yeah.
They don't want to, if you're of a certain generation, maybe this does come out.
Gosh, I don't have space for cups and saucers.
No, it's not my bag. But, I get with the older generation, that's what sometimes they like to drink out of. But
also, they're in your house. They don't have a choice. You get what you're given.
That. They go, oh, I've kept this one because my nan comes round once a year and she likes this mug. And but that's not a reason to keep it.
No.
Your nan, I'm sure, would drink out of another mug and the world would not end.
Yeah.
And then they go, yeah, you're right, actually. It's just going behind the reasons of why they're being kept and making sure not just with mugs, with everything. You're keeping stuff for the right reason. Not because it's gifted, not because it cost you a lot of money, not because it used to be your mum's. This is your home. What's right for you, your family, and is functioning and working for you.
We used to have all matching mugs, but throughout the years they've all smashed, and I think we only have one of them left now. So now all of our mugs do have like a meaning behind them. They're all like photo mugs that have been made and stuff. And that's just how we're going to keep it now, because some people do like to have matching mugs, don't they? But I don't
actually. I like because then I know whose everyone is.
Exactly.
If they're all matching, I'm like, was that my tea? Is that your tea? Especially when you're a mum and your kids are little, you're putting your tea down everywhere.
Oh God,
all the top shelves everywhere.
And if you have all your mum friends over, there's just tea everywhere. So you want to know whose is who.
You do.
Yeah, and I always say to them, like, yours is in the like Snow White cup or the Bella cup or the Bailey cup, so they know whose is whose. So makes sense. Amazing. So on that note, we are going to do spin and spill with the wheel. So here we are, our spin and spill wheel. So we're going to give it a big old spin and see what you get. And hopefully we get something good. Oh, what has been your biggest parenting fail?
I'm sure there's been loads, because I'm not perfect by any stretch of imagination.
Is anyone though, really?
No. Because a mistake is always a good chance to learn, isn't it?
Or not learn.
You're not learn.
In some cases, like when they punami and explode everywhere, you always think, next time I'm going to bring this, this and this in the nappy bag, but then next time do you bring that?
You forget. I'm glad I'm out of the realms of punami.
Oh God,
Parenting failed quite recently, actually. So my son's vegetarian, and strict vegetarian. You know where this is going, don't you?
Oh no, you didn't accidentally, did you?
I did accidentally give him meat and he ate it.
Oh, did he like it?
No, he was furious with me.
No.
Understandably. So he's been vegetarian 4 years, nearly 5 years. Really strict. Looks at all the sweets and everything, you know. And I gave him chicken because I put it on the wrong plate and he ate it. He actually did say...
Did you think it was like tofu or something?
He said, this tastes different. He said, it's got loads of flavour. And then I sort of thought, and I could just slow-mo'd me running towards him going, no!
Oh, no.
And then he went, don't tell me it's meat. I went, it's chicken. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He wasn't. No. He was clearly not very happy with me, understandably. And I felt just awful. Because I was vegetarian for 17 years. If someone had given me meat, I would have been fuming.
Oh, bless you. That's really hard, isn't it? So did he decide a while ago to go vegetarian? About nearly 5 years ago. Just of his own accord, and we've supported him. I think it's very sweet, really. It's very sweet, but bless him. But you always have situations like that. My auntie is vegetarian, and I accidentally gave her a non-vegetarian sausage roll as opposed to the vegetarian one. She scoffed it down though. She didn't know.
At what point did you tell her, or you didn't?
I didn't realise until I then went to give out the meaty sausage rolls and realised they were the veggie ones, and I was like, oh shit, I've given her the wrong one. And she'd already eaten it, and I told her, and she was like, oh well, I've eaten it now, so I was thinking in my head, I wonder if she actually enjoyed that.
Or should I even tell her? Just keep quiet.
Oh no, I felt awful. I was like, oh God, but luckily she was okay about it. So here we are at Stroller Speedway. How are you feeling?
A bit nervous, I'll be honest.
We're going to be fine. It's going to be great. So the situation is you're heading out the door, your baby's done a poo, standard. So you get her out, you change her, clean her up as clean as you'd like your own child to be, which is often questionable. You pop the nappy back on, do her vest up, slalom that way, touch my shoulder to finish.
Okay.
I'll give you a countdown to start and we'll see where you get. Where do you reckon?
If I say down the bottom, and if I do better than down the bottom, then I've done well.
Love it.
Not much confidence.
You've got this. Right, you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay.
Straight in there.
I want to be gentle with her. Where's her change mat?
She hasn't got a
Shouldn't she have a change mat?
This poor baby.
Oh my God.
Stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, that is Malteser spread. Enjoy that.
You've changed it?
Yeah.
From the Nutella?
We went through Nutella, peanut butter. We're now on Malteser spread.
God, I forgot how the wipes come out.
Because I didn't take into account nut allergies. Like, what if I ever had someone with a nut allergy and I'm suddenly having to, like, jab them with an EpiPen on camera?
That would be bad.
So we've gone for a non-nut spread right now.
Thank you. I was thinking because it's a girl, it would be easy because I've got 2 boys. So obviously I was used to big.
No, because girls have crevices.
Yeah, they don't. They just look. It's just look. This was a way I would never do this.
And that's exactly how you change your baby. You stand them on their head.
No, I didn't ever do that. Caveat: I never put my baby on the head. All of these, I forgot how much wipes come out in one go.
I know. They're not even as bad as they used to be either.
I don't want to break her leg.
I mean, she's plastic, so I don't think that's
I know, but I feel I should now. I put her on the head already.
Yeah, you're just over a minute now.
Okay, yeah, I told you I didn't think I'd be doing.
So you're definitely not at the top.
No, I didn't think I would be. I'm okay. A minute's okay because it's 2 minutes 7. But I think she's good.
Yeah,
I've taken it very seriously.
You have, yeah.
Oh, it's a cloth nappy. Okay.
Yeah, we've got a good cloth. We've got to save the environment.
There we go.
And also my pocket because dolly nappies are very expensive.
Yeah, actually, I do imagine they probably. Oh, look, I've got it on my finger. It's not real. It doesn't matter. Sorry, my lovely.
Something in your brain tells you it's real poo, though, when you're changing it.
It does. Right, let's get you in,
she's
sweetheart.
dislocated her hip there.
I should have worn leggings. Why didn't I think this through?
Oh, God.
Here we are.
There you go. This is doing great.
Got some dress action going on.
Yeah, take it. Oh God, one of these days one of you lot's going to like break a bone.
Over.
Good job we've got public liability insurance. Right, where do you reckon we are?
I think I'm probably...
Oh no!
Am I the last?
No, not quite.
Okay, I'm feeling like I'm just below Bonnie and on top of Unlikely Dad.
You're actually under Unlikely Dad. You're 1 minute 52.
And I stood her on her head.
Yeah, you stood her on her head. But she's pretty clean. That was the cleanest I've seen her in a long time.
I did take it seriously.
Good job. So yeah, you're underneath Tom, the Unlikely Dad, and above Nicole House. So
well, I'm on the board.
You're on the board. Love it. How was that?
Yeah, no, that was, yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's head back over. Oh, bless you. But yeah, a lot of us would have had parenting fails like that, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Yeah.
But thank you so much for coming on today. I know so many people are going to take a lot away from this, and hopefully we've inspired them at home to go and do some decluttering.
Yeah, I hope so.
But if they want to get more inspired, could you tell us where we can find you online?
Sure. So it's Roxy at Roxify and it's Declutter Roxify on Instagram. I also have a website, which is roxify.net.
Amazing. And they can sign up to you and book you to come into their house and help, or just look at all your posts that you do
I've got
about
loads of hints and tips and stuff on Instagram and on Facebook, because it's lots of people still do like Facebook over Instagram, so I kind of share them on both. Lots of befores and afters and just regular this is what I'm up to daytime stuff.
Yeah, well, your mug post inspired me, so hopefully it will inspire others out there as well. Do let us know in the comments if this has inspired you to do your mug cupboard as well, because I'd love to hear if people, and send pictures too, because a good before and after is very satisfying.
Hugely satisfying.
I love the before and after of Christmas Day. You know, when you've got after Christmas Day, you know, when you've got all your decks up and there's just crap everywhere, there's toys piled up, and then you do the post-Christmas take everything down. It just feels so empty and lovely. Like, it almost feels like the room like echoes because everything's away. I love that before and after. It's amazing.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, amazing. Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you to everyone for watching and listening at home. Please do like, subscribe, comment, all the things, and I'll see you next time.